We sent them out all over the world. We got 1,700 bottles back, and all 1,700 contributors are listed on those black plaques along the walkway on the right-hand side of the river. Because that happened back in 1996. And through the process of evaporation, and especially since our flood, we no longer have that water in this river. It's Cumberland River water. But they have sent out more empty bottles throughout the world. They're in the process of collecting them. And once again, very soon, we should have another blending of the water ceremony. And maybe once again, we will be on international water. Now, we do have fish in this river. We have catfish, carp, bluegills, small and largemouth bass. And we have 2 Japanese koi by the name of Romeo and Juliet. And I'll tell you their story in just a little while. We also have 2 little wood ducks. Their names are Ben and Jerry, and I'm sure we'll come across them in our travels as well. Now, all the trees and plants that you see throughout our resort are real. We have 20 gardeners that tend to them on a daily basis, and we have 8 just for the Delta area alone. They get here bright and early in the morning to make sure all the fish get fed, and then they take care of all the trees and plants. Now, if you're curious as to how bad our flood was a year and a half ago, this white pole that's coming up on the left that's got that red stripe on it, that was the depth of the water here in the Delta. It shut us down for 6 months. Cost us $1 million a day and up to $120 million total to get us back looking new again. We did it in 6 months.
Paid for that.
Okay, well, yep.
About insurance.
Yeah, they had some insurance. That's why the mall is still closed. They're fighting over the insurance money.
Right. See?
All right. Now, up on the 2nd level of this building, where those white columns are, that is the home of the Delta Ballroom. It's the largest ballroom in the state of Tennessee. There's 4,000 people banquet style and nearly 6,000 people theater style. And this building that we're facing, that white wall that's got the palm trees in front of it, back in 1977, that was the outside wall of this resort. And where we're floating today was a parking lot and tennis court back then. We had 600 guest rooms and a ballroom in 1977. 1983, they opened the Garden Conservatory. 1988, they opened the Cascade. And then in 1996, they opened the Delta. And so now we have a total of 2,881 guest rooms. 5 of them are presidential suites. And we have 600,000 square feet of exhibit and convention area, which makes us one of the largest non-gambling resorts in the world. Now, I want to draw your attention behind me. You're going to notice a very large chandelier. That is the largest chandelier in our resort. It's 10 feet tall, weighs a whopping 3,000 pounds, has 158 lights on it, and once a month they lower it, so a crew of 5 can take 6 to 8 hours to clean it. Now, if it's 5 men, it's 8 hours, and if it's 5 ladies, it's 6 hours. Sorry guys, have to pick on you a little bit. All right. Now, I want you to notice these trees up on the right. If you look up towards the top of them, you'll see some fruit growing in those trees, and those are papayas. Therefore, those are papaya trees. Also, this small tree on the right is a pineapple guava tree native to Hawaii, but it does not grow pineapples because we need 2 trees for that, and we only have 1. But these trees on the right are lemon and lime trees, and as you can see, we have got a bumper crop of lemons growing right now, also limes. Now, when the city of New Orleans found out that we were going to design this area to resemble the Delta, they donated 5 antique signs to us. And under this bridge on the left is one of those signs. It is amazing. And as we come out from under this bridge, if you look straight up, you will see the tallest part of our resort. It's 15 stories high. This atrium has 6,200 panes of glass, They're each a half-inch thick and weigh 250 pounds apiece.
Wow.
If you were to lay them out flat from one end to the other, they would cover nearly 7 football fields. They were built to withstand 120-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball-sized hail. So I believe we're pretty safe in here. Anybody want to venture a guess as to how they got them into place, besides very carefully? How about a helicopter?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
And if you're driving on the Briley Parkway, this is where the American flag is hanging from. Alright, this is our water fountain area. There's 106 fountains and an 85-foot geyser. At 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock every night, there's water shows with music and laser lights. Synchronized to the fountain. Now, straight ahead and just over that bridge, you're going to notice that there's a peach-colored building with green shutters and a double staircase. That is a freestanding mansion. Inside this resort. Right there.
Right there. Oh, right there.
Those colors of peach and green signified wealth and prestige back then. And the double staircase, the ladies walked up one side as the gentlemen walked up the other, because it was improper for ladies to show their ankles to the gentlemen.
Oh.
Today, that is the Old Hickory Steakhouse, can sit up to 400 people. Reservations aren't required but are recommended, and they are an award-winning restaurant. Now, coming up on the right, notice these bright red blossoms that are on this tree just as we come out from under the bridge. That is our pom-pom tree. It is native to Bolivia, and they're as soft as they look. All right, this is our waterfall area. We have 3 waterfalls here in the Delta, and they're not just beautiful, they're functional. They pump nearly 2,500 gallons of water a minute, and they totally refilter this river every 3 hours, adding oxygen to the water so that our fish and ducks can breathe. Now up here on the right, you'll see we have some Asian banana trees, and those trees are producing bananas. Okay, and there is our alligator on that red ledge right there. That is Stony, our American alligator. And the reason we know he's an American alligator is if you flip him over, he says, "Made in America."
Look at the bananas growing out.
All right. Now, I mentioned 2 Japanese koi by the name of Romeo and Juliet. They weren't supposed to be here in the Delta River. They're supposed to be up at the Old Hickory Steakhouse in a pool. Well, Romeo kept coming over this little waterfall, and Juliet would follow him. After the 3rd time, we kept him here, and that's why we have goldfish in the Delta River. And I want to draw your attention before we leave this area. Behind me, you're going to see some bay windows back there that kind of look like the White House. That is our only bi-level presidential suite. It opens to a beautiful model foyer. It has a spiral staircase that will bring you up to a king-size canopy-style bed, 3 bathrooms, one with a jacuzzi, and a baby grand piano in that living room.
What's the cost for one night?
It's around $3,500.
$3,500 for one night.
But it is booked nearly 365 days out of the year. So, if you want to make your reservations for a very special anniversary next year, all you have to do is ask for the Dolly Pardon Suite, because that's Dolly's favorite room here in our resort. Alright. Now, we have had 3 presidents stay here. We've had Ronald Reagan, the first George Bush, and Bill Clinton.
Oh, wow.
Also, numerous celebrities and dignitaries all want to come and see what Gaylord is all about.
They're having a picture taken.
Now, on the right, you're going to notice we have a beautiful display of our orchids. It's just a great testament to our horticultural department. Now, this dock that we're approaching is our special needs dock. Our wheelchair-confined friends don't have to miss out on a boat ride. We can bring the wheelchair into the center of the boat, and they can enjoy the tours as well. We do have 5 of these boats. They fit up to 24 people each, and they're powered by 16 car batteries that are located in the center of the boat, and they were designed after the Mark Twain flat-bottom river boats, made special for our Delta River. And at night we store them in our boathouse, which is right here on the left. Now we have a legend of that boathouse. His name is Big Donnie, and Big Donnie's an 80-pound, one-eyed catfish that's as round as the barrel in this boat. He lived in the boathouse because he had outgrown our river, and the water in there is about 6 feet deep. Well, of course, when our flood hit back a year ago in May, the water went to the roof inside that boathouse, and Big Donnie got out, and we have not found him since. Now, with all the demolition that went on in this hotel, an 80-pound catfish would have turned up somewhere. So we all feel that somebody put him back out in the Cumberland River, and that's where he came from, about 20-some-odd years ago. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, on the right, you're going to notice these very large grates in between the balconies. That is part of our air conditioning unit, which maintains the delta between 68 and 72 degrees year-round. And the energy that it takes to do that would supply nearly 700 average Nashville homes. And up here on the left, you'll notice the architectural design looks like the French Quarters in New Orleans. There's several shops up there for everyone to explore, along with the Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Also stacks for hamburgers and Pisano's for pizza. Also over here on the right, you're going to notice our 2 little wood ducks, Ben and Jerry. They've been pretty lazy this morning. They haven't been in the water at all. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the river or the resort? Or
What's the cost of a room per night, just an average room?
Around $239, I would think. But depending on the occupancy, it can go lower than that, or it could go higher. No, but the last time I looked, it was $239.
Is there breakfast?
Yeah, if you pay for it.
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
You pay for it.
But
Yeah.
Our convention has it, so we just do it.
Right, we're not talking convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, regular people. There are packages that you can buy that will include some meals and all of that.
When's your
And-
busiest time? Christmas?
Country Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
This year they've got a contract. They've got a contract with DreamWorks, so we're going to have Shrek and Puss in Boots and the Madagascar.
So when's that season start?
And November 18th is when it kicks off. All right. Well, I hope you folks have a great rest of your day here.